Even when parked, the 2026 Audi RS Q8 refuses to shout for attention. Its sculpted flanks flow into taut wheel arches, and the bumper and grille are chiseled so precisely that you'd almost think the car was carved from a single block of aluminum. Yet beneath this measured poise lies the same brute force underpinnings that power the Lamborghini Urus, making the RS Q8 an intriguing contradiction. It feels both understated and ferociously capable at once. At its heart, the RS Q8 beats with a twin-turbocharged 4.0-liter V8 engine, an architectural tour de force that churns out a staggering 591 horsepower and 590 pound-feet of torque. Audi's legendary Quattro all-wheel drive system governs the transfer of all this muscle to the ground, while an 8-speed automatic transmission smooths out shifts even under aggressive throttle inputs. To eke out a little more efficiency, Audi embeds a mild hybrid system running off a 48-volt network, so the engine can slip into a brief sailing mode when cruising, and power-hungry accessories can draw from the hybrid battery rather than the V8. In testing, the combination rockets the RS Q8 from a standstill to 60 miles per hour in a barely believable 3.2 seconds. An acceleration figure that comes tantalizingly close to the Urus's vaunted sprint, yet at a price hundreds of thousands lower. Despite its supercar fast credentials, the RS Q8 doesn't abandon the grand touring ethos entirely. Flip into the relaxed driving mode, and the air suspension eases its ride height ever so slightly, cushioning road imperfections with remarkable composure. Body motions are suppressed without any hint of the harshness you might associate with a go-fast SUV. On long stretches of highway, the RS Q8 displays an almost serene character, letting you carry on conversations without raising your voice even at triple-digit speeds. You get the unmistakable thrum of the V8 at idle and under load, but it's a tempered growl, one that hints at performance rather than demanding it. Climb inside, and the cabin proves to be as meticulously crafted as the chassis. Audi's designers wrap every surface in soft-touch materials, from the bracing bolsters of the sport seats to the plush carpets underfoot. Carbon fiber accents and discreet RS logos remind you that this is no ordinary Q8, but they never feel garish. Instead, they reinforce the impression of a high-precision instrument. The digital cockpit greets you with a configurable 12-inch display that can toggle between classic gauge layouts, a minimalist map-focused view, or performance-oriented telemetry showing boost levels, G-forces, and lap times, should you choose to track the RS Q8 at your local circuit. Nestled next to the steering wheel, a 13-inch infotainment touchscreen blends seamlessly into the dash, offering crisp graphics, intuitive menus, and swift responses whether you're tweaking the suspension settings, summoning satellite navigation, or streaming your favorite playlist via Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. Practicality hasn't been sacrificed in favor of performance. Even with the intrusion of battery components and hybrid electronics, cargo space remains on par with the standard Q8, ample enough to swallow golf bags, suitcases, or a week's worth of groceries without complaint. The rear bench seats three comfortably, though the duo of buckets up front feel like they were sculpted to cradle you during spirited cornering. Legroom and headroom in the back are generous, ensuring that adults won't feel cramped, an important consideration in this rare breed of high-power SUV that aspires to blend everyday usability with supercar thrills. Fuel economy, however, is very much in line with the RS Q8's performance pedigree. The EPA estimates sit at 13 miles per gallon in town and 19 miles per gallon on the highway, numbers that underscore the V8's appetite for premium fuel, especially when Bay Area traffic or backroad blasts coax it into its full-throated roar. For drivers prepared to accept that compromise, the RS Q8 remains one of the most straightforward ways to harness supercar acceleration in a family-friendly package, complete with 4 doors and generous cargo capacity. For those who demand even more indulgence, Audi's new performance trim pushes the envelope further. Power climbs to 631 horsepower, and the car gains a self-locking center differential, which doles out torque more aggressively between the front and rear axles for brutal corner exits. A retuned exhaust system adds a raspier note under throttle, while the suspension gets unique electric motors on each control arm that react in milliseconds to body roll, actively counteracting lean and stabilizing the platform during high-speed cornering. It's an engineering marvel that showcases Audi's willingness to blend mechanical and electronic solutions for maximum dynamic precision. Appearance tweaks for 2026 are subtle but meaningful. The front fascia adopts sharper intakes and a newly designed lower splitter to direct air more effectively for cooling and downforce. Its side sills are slightly more pronounced, visually anchoring the car and hinting at increased aerodynamic efficiency. At the rear, a revised bumper houses a more aggressive diffuser, framed by oval RS-specific exhaust outlets that fill much of the opening, an homage to the track-focused RS models of yesteryear. Wheel choices span from machined-face 22-inch alloys to optional carbon fiber rims, each wrapped in sticky performance rubber that ensures the V8's power finds purchase with minimal slip. Stepping back, the 2026 Audi RS Q8 stands as a testament to the possibilities of modern automotive engineering. It shoehorns supercar performance into an SUV silhouette, packages it in a cabin fit for a 5-star hotel suite, and still manages to ferry kids, groceries, or weekend gear without missing a beat. Its dual nature, ferociously quick yet deftly composed, will likely cement its place as a flagship in Audi's lineup, appealing to enthusiasts who crave adrenaline without surrendering practicality. And while the Lamborghini Urus may carry the prestige of the Raging Bull badge, the RS Q8 offers much of the same exhilaration at a fraction of the cost, all wrapped in Audi's trademark balance of understatement and technical prowess. With prices anticipated to kick off around $145,000 and climb toward $160,000 for top-tier configurations, the RS Q8 is no bargain. Yet when you consider the staggering acceleration, the all-wheel drive grip, the lavish cabin, and the sheer novelty of piloting a super SUV that wears its performance modestly, the value proposition becomes clear. In a market where high-powered crossovers proliferate, Audi's latest entrant stands out not by volume but by virtue of its finely tuned contradictions. A car that treads the line between luxury and lunacy with enviable finesse. And as traffic lights turn green, few other SUVs can boast the capacity to deliver such an intoxicating rush.